About a year ago, I dropped a video asking a big question. Who has the brighter future, Marvel or DC? And at the time, everything was just a theory. DC has a new plan, Marvel is trying to recover, but now I've seen Superman, and now I've seen Fantastic Four First Steps. So today I'm able to get more of a clear view of who has the brighter future, the DCU or MCU. And while you're watching the video, make sure you drop your thoughts of who has the brighter future down in the comments, but make sure to keep it fun and keep it friendly. A year ago, DC was still building that hype, and Marvel was still stuck in that Phase 5 chaos, lots of hits, lots of misses, but a lot of inconsistency. And now here we are, DC Superman is done, and it sets the tone for everything moving forward, and then Fantastic Four gives us Marvel's cleanest reset since Phase 1. And I'm talking Iron Man Phase 1, as in the first movie they put out. Let's go ahead and talk about Superman first. This is a movie that's filled with heart, it's filled with hope, and it's just all around a good time, and I know I'm not alone in that. I know a lot of people really did enjoy this, critics, audiences alike. There are things that didn't work in this. I think the movie might have been a little bit too short, I think it moved a little bit too fast, but overall, there was so much to love about Superman, and I know a lot of people feel the same way. Once again, this isn't gonna be everyone's cup of tea, but the general audience seems to have loved it. And you can tell just by watching the movie that this isn't just a movie. It feels like a statement coming from DC, like, hey, we are back and you better be ready. And the characters that they introduce in Superman aren't just random cameos thrown in just for fun. They do build on the story, and more importantly, they build out this world that they're trying to use for the DCU going forward. They nailed that. Now, it doesn't really matter if this movie makes $100 million or $1 billion. It did the most important thing possible. It made me excited for what's to come. And as of this recording, if you go to Rotten Tomatoes, it's sitting at 84% from critics and 92% from the audience. So once again, it seems like people really did enjoy the movie, which is so important for DC moving forward. They're trying to get the bad taste out of everyone's mouth from the last 3, 4, maybe even 5 years for some people of the movies that they were putting out. So now, where do we go from here? Well, in the future, they have a lot in store, but we'll get to that here in a second. And then looking at Fantastic Four First Steps, it's kind of the same thing with Superman, where the critics and the audiences seem to really enjoy this movie. At the time of this recording, Fantastic Four First Steps is sitting at 88% from critics and 92% from the audience. If you look on threads, if you look on YouTube, the general consensus is good. And I think the reason that this movie works for a lot of people is because it's dumbed down, it's very simple, it's a very simple story, but at its core, it's a family drama. It's really leaning into the characters and making us really fall in love with them first, and then action and spectacle and the big, huge multiverse type of thing, that's second. And I think that really works when you're dealing with characters that are all about family. They've been pushing that in the marketing for this, so they really hit the nail on the head with that, and I think it's gonna appeal to a lot of people because of that. But even with Fantastic Four First Steps being a pretty darn good movie, Marvel still has a lot of work to do. They have to earn back that trust of being inconsistent with their hits, with their highs, with their lows, with all of the stuff, with their TV shows, with their movies. There's a lot. It's gonna take time. But based on Thunderbolts and now Fantastic Four, we might be on that upward trend with Marvel, back to where we want it to be. So now we have the first project of the DCU in Superman, and we have the first project in Phase 6 of the MCU with Fantastic Four First Steps. But what's the future look like? Where do we go from here? Now, if we look at what's been confirmed so far for 2026, we have Supergirl as a movie, and we have Clayface, if you can believe it, as a movie. And then as far as the TV shows go, we have Lanterns. Now, all of that is live action. All three of them are gonna be very different. We're gonna have a space action movie with Supergirl, we're gonna have a horror movie with Clayface, and we're gonna have a drama, very character-driven drama, kind of like True Detective is what they're describing it as, in Lanterns. And then over in the MCU corner, things are a lot busier. We have 2 movies coming out. We have Spider-Man Brand New Day, and then Avengers Doomsday, which I am very nervous for. Which I'll put all my thoughts on why I think that movie might not be as good as we're hoping for in a video in the future, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that. And then on the TV show side of things for the MCU, we have Daredevil Born Again Season 2. The first season was a massive hit. Of course they're gonna double down on this. And then if you go all the way back to WandaVision, we're finally getting answers of what happened to Vision at the end of that show in Vision Quest. And then we're also getting your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man Season 2. Another hit, another thing they wanna double down on. So who has the brighter future now? We've seen the start of the DCU and we've seen the start of Phase 6 for the MCU, or as I like to call it, the course correction for the MCU. Over at DC, their strength is focus. Gunn is building a lived-in world of superheroes that will allow each project to feel unique and different, but still feel cohesive in the same universe. Marvel's strength is infrastructure. They have the money, they can scale faster, but they need quality to match what they want to do. If Superman is DC's Iron Man, then Fantastic Four is Marvel's reset button. Look, last year I was asking all the questions, but this year I've seen the movies, I've seen what both sides are bringing to the table, and while I'll leave the final call up to you, there's no denying that one or maybe even both of them are on the upward swing, and if both of them are, all of us are in for a good time. Whether you're a Marvel fan, whether you're a DC fan, it's just gonna be a great time again. Now I really do want Marvel to come back swinging and give us that great content that I know that they can give us, but for me personally, I'm more excited for what DC's bringing to the table. But let me know what you think down in the comments, because everyone is different. Everyone's gonna have a different view on this, and everyone's gonna be more excited for whatever reason. You don't even need a reason. But let me know who you're more excited for and who you think has the most potential going forward. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.